So something just made me think that I'm not supposed to say what I wanted to say. But if you can't say what you want to say, then you're not free. I'm not free anyways, but I'm trying to live as much of a free life. I don't know how to explain that. Doesn't matter. I try. This is the second time I've. No. Okay, so let me say it like this. I made a video very similar to the video that I'm making right now. I'm not supposed to say this because it's a week. I'm saying a week ago. Or the better way to say this, maybe 7 or 8 or 10 days ago or something like that. It's not ago, like two different words. It's ago, as in one word. It doesn't. So I have a job. I was going to say that I love the job. That's not true. I love the job that I was hired for. I love it. Like, it makes me want to do things during my hour. It makes me want to work even when I'm not scheduled to work. It makes me want to work when I'm off of work. And it makes me want to work, beyond the 40 hours off the clock. It doesn't matter to me because I want to do it. But when there's things that I want to do, that I was hired to do. Resort beautification, right? To make the place beautiful. Because there's nothing for people to do here other than ride their UTVs or go for a walk. They don't have things that are included. So I'm trying to make it, a beautiful place where people go, wow, so pretty there. Let's go back there again. Uh, but I get pressured to do things. Like, I can't do anything on my day off anymore. Because as soon as I start to go do some work here on my day off, then I start getting calls and texts and being pressured to do work or being told that someplace looks terrible that wasn't initially my responsibility. I was hired to do beautification, not grounds maintenance. So when I'm told something looks terrible, I said, you know, so the way I would do it now, I know I'm not everybody, but I like to do things that in ways that inspire people. Make people feel good. Like, hey, this area looks really good. What can we do to this area to make it look good, or something like that? Instead of saying just, hey, this is terrible's not. So it doesn't matter how I say this because I'm not going to be able to say it right anyway. So terrible. Would you say terrible is a good word or a bad word? Most people say, well, terrible is terrible. So it's bad. Not that there's no right way to say it, but and so I get text bad messages on my day off, making me feel pressured, just because, and just because I was out there, I wanted to make sure that the grass was getting watered because I put grass seed down, and it was something that I wanted to do on my day off. It was something that I wanted to do. Then I start getting texts and calls and stuff, and feeling pressured, and there's somebody else here that, I mean, just I'm not even gonna say it because it's not even I don't know what's going on in his personal life that could be affecting his work days and stuff like that. And sometimes when things are affecting people in their personal life, it's not their fault. A lot of times it's not their fault. And so, but I'm frustrated, and so I don't know what to do about it. And I want to work on doing things that I want to work on my days off. The things that I was actually hired to do, resort beautification. I want to do those things, but then I get these stuff, and then I don't want to do it. And then, one minute they're saying, make your own schedule, do it, and do what you want to do. And then they get me working 60 hours, even though they're only paying me 40. Now they want to start controlling what I do and stuff like that. And so now, what am I supposed to do? Just because I don't feel inspired anymore. I don't feel inspired. So I guess I just turned this. What am I supposed to do? Just turn this into a regular 40-hour-a-week job and not be happy about it? Actually, be more unhappy about it than any job that I ever had because it's a job that I want to do the most, but I'm asked to. Now I'm not getting to do it. I had to do all this other stuff, and get pressured on my days off, and that doesn't work. Pressure is not doesn't get best performance out of me, and I don't know what to do because I don't even know how to talk honestly around here because there was like 15 people working here when I started. 7 or 8 people have either quit or got fired out of 15. So I feel like, I don't know if the place has any loyalty to the people. There's a guy here that worked here that did a lot of the weed eating and maintenance. Maybe one of the best working people here, and nobody tried to save him. Nobody tried to save him. I tried to talk to one of the managers about it, and he was just like, he's gone. You know, he was a huge benefit to this place. I mean, he should, and he loved it. He loved the work, and he loved the job, and you know, I don't know what to do. Trying to set some boundaries. Hey, my day off is my day off. If I happen to be here working, that doesn't mean it's not my day off. It's my day off, so you can't sit there and say, "Hey, do this and do that." I'm doing stuff to make this place beautiful and giving you extra work hours because I want to, not because I'm on the clock being forced to. So I don't know how to handle that because I don't know how to say that in such a way that somebody would appreciate it enough. It goes, wow, yeah, man, you've been putting in a lot of work. They destroyed something. One of the managers here that didn't stick up for one of his other employees when he should have destroyed something that I worked 3 hours off the clock because the owner and the manager, the owner and the general manager said, "Hey, we want to make this area beautiful for this girl that's going to come here and work. We want her to feel welcome and that kind of thing." And so off the clock, because I didn't have the hours on the clock, because you're not supposed to go over 40 hours, they say. But I did it because I wanted to and because I loved it. I loved doing that kind of thing. I like making places beautiful. And I spent 3 hours off the clock making one RV space nice and inviting and warm and comfortable. And then one day, in a few hours, one of the managers here told another employee to take all that stuff down and clean all that stuff up. And of course, it wasn't what he was supposed to tell somebody to do, but he did it. And all that work is gone. It doesn't matter that the owner and the manager said, "Oh, you weren't supposed to do that to him." It doesn't matter because the work is, he destroyed it. Why? Because he wants to do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because he's been here longer, and so that some people think longevity. They don't think they don't think about they don't think about, hey, we got lucky with Sandy because he actually loves place and wants to give people the best version of heaven that he can give them, and he's good at it. But some people will take longevity over that, even when the person with the longevity doesn't have the desire to. Yeah, the guy has more knowledge about some things than I do. And I don't want his job. I don't like the type of work that he does. I don't like maintenance, and I don't like mowing, and I don't like weed eating. I don't like those things. I like those things being done, but other people like doing those work. Like the employee that we had here, that was maybe one of the best employees that this place has. There's another one too. That guy's really, man. That guy does a lot of good work too. Anyways, so I've worked every day of my day off, except for one, doing things that I wanted to do. Yesterday was my day off too. There was a danger at one of the sites. There's a big hole in the ground, and one of the people that has an RV space here was saying something about it. So I said, okay, well, when you make heaven, you want people to feel safe. And so I thought, you know what, I'll do that. So yesterday on my day off, while I was out there watering, I made sure that hole got filled. And that guy was like, wow, you're doing this on your day off? You're doing this? And I said, I'm trying to give you heaven, and in heaven you should feel safe. So there's things that I would like to do on my day off, but I don't want to feel pressured. On my day off, I don't want to feel pressured anytime because I don't give it. It doesn't. It makes me not want to be at work. Who wants to be pressured at work? Nobody. Nobody wants to be pressured at work. And so now I'm at my most, not at this exact moment. I have the most favorite job that I've ever had, and I'm starting to hate it, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like being pressured on my day off when I'm already working anyways. You know, and it always happens on my day off, and it always happens. If I start to on my day off, if I start to go out and do some work, or I start thinking about some work, all of a sudden I get these. Dang! I wish I could just do the job that I was hired to do. Then I'd give them 60 hours, and they could only have to pay me for 40. There's no way to talk in this language.